What's up? It's Tom. Twin System recap for Sunday, April 19th. Taking a look at the final scores. Saints won a high-scoring game, 12-8. Windsurge won a low-scoring game, 3-1. Kernels got shut out, but the Mighty Muscles shut out their opponent. That Muscles pitching staff has been awesome this season. They got a cameo appearance tonight, which we'll talk about in a sec. But Twins lost 7-4. They get swept at home by the Reds in a pretty ugly series as well. But Royce Lewis hit another homer in his second game of his rehab assignment for the Saints, played third base. So he's got 2 homers in 2 games now. So that's a nice sign from him. Corey Lewis returned to the Saints. He had been on a rehab assignment, and Ricky Castro was promoted from Wichita up to St. Paul, a right-handed reliever. So let's get into the 3 stars of the day. The third star, Rosario, mentioned that Windsurge game was a tight one. Not the biggest performance, but the biggest hit of the night. Rosario, a home run in the bottom of the 8th inning to break a 1-1 tie. It's a low-scoring game, bottom of the 8th inning, homers. He's off to a slow start. He's got a 673 OPS. That's better than his April last year, and he still managed to have a really awesome season last year. So hopefully he's just kind of picking up now. But yeah, big time moment for him in that game. Star number 2, Nolan Santos of Cedar Rapids. 5 innings, 2 hits, 1 run. It was unearned. 3 walks, 5 strikeouts. This is especially noteworthy for him because this is the first time in his pro career that he's pitched more than 3 innings. Nolan Santos, a 2023 7th-round pick, missed all of last season, did not pitch in 2025. He was good in 2024, but as a reliever. So this is kind of an interesting new thing to just that he's back again. But not only that, but he's starting, and he turns in 5 innings tonight. So, really happy for him. Coming, only I think his 4th game after missing an entire season, goes out and throws 5 innings, no earned runs. Nice performance. First star, Eric Wagaman. Do you remember this guy? It really seemed to be one of the reasons to think the Saints were just going to crush in AAA because the guy played 140 games for the Miami Marlins in the big leagues last year. But he entered tonight with no extra base hits in 15 games. 15 games, Eric Wagaman did not have an extra base hit. He got 3 tonight. He was a single shy of the cycle. There should be a name for that on its own, because how weird is that? You get the double, you get the triple, you get the homer, you can't get the single was the thing he couldn't pick up. So huge game from Eric Wagaman, and that was a high-scoring game for the Saints. They needed offense, and he provided it. That lineup stepped up for what was not a good night for their pitching staff. So Wagaman, 0 extra base hits in 15 games, and he puts 3 together tonight. Emmanuel Rodriguez, honorable mention for St. Paul, got a double, drove in 3 runs, drew 3 walks. He's got a 969 OPS. If there was actually some space for him, I think he'd probably be coming up soon to the big leagues, but kind of crunched out at the moment, but we'll see what happens. Demiri Pena just keeps hitting, man. 2 for 4 with a double and a walk. He is hitting, his batting average is .429 this year so far. On the pitching side, Sam Armstrong had a nice start, pitched into the 5th inning for Wichita. Jose Olivares kind of teased that Fort Myers had a cameo appearance from him. 3 no-hit innings with 4 strikeouts. Very impressive first rehab game of his rehab assignment with Fort Myers. He's working his way up to Wichita, where he will be making his AA debut. So Jose Olivares, the way he looked today, I mean, maybe his next outing is going to be with Wichita for his AA debut. Just an outstanding performance. Colton Smith was another guy who pitched for Fort Myers. He's one of their regulars. He's one of those guys that has been pitching excellent for the Muscles. 2 innings, 1 hit, no runs, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts in 2 innings for Colton Smith. So moving on to the star scoreboard, not a lot of the familiar names popping up that we've been talking about a lot. Rodriguez gets an honorable mention, so he's bumped up to 10, tied with Reed Mooring. The other guys not really sniffing this top, but a bunch of new additions. We now have over 70 players who have received at least an honorable mention. So 70 guys on the star scoreboard already. So that is the update there. Just in case you were looking for some other guys, some additional notes. Walker Jenkins had a hit and a walk, scored a couple runs. The hit was a single. Gabriel Gonzalez was 2 for 5 with a double and a run. John Klein got the start for St. Paul. Did only go 3 1/3 inning, but pitched better than he has of late. Gave up 5 hits, did not walk anybody. 2 runs, 3 strikeouts for him. And then Eduardo Tait, who got a little roughed up, was back as the DH, went over 2, but did walk twice for the Kernels. So thanks for checking this one out. Appreciate you. Jamie Cameron is going to be delivering a big mock draft at Limestone Pipeline soon. And then I'll have some highlights coming from this weekend's action as well. So check that out. We'll talk again soon.